What's up, you guys? It's been so long since I've done an Eat With Me mukbang video, so I thought today we would eat some sushi and catch up. Hey guys, so before we continue on with today's video, I want to thank our sponsor today, which is the Pamu Z1 noise canceling headphones. These are a pair of noise canceling wireless Bluetooth headphones. These are super cool noise canceling headphones because they have different modes. You can turn the ANC on, which is just going to be you and your music or podcast. Then there's transparency mode, which lets you hear your surroundings, and then you can also turn the ANC off, so you have passive noise reduction. You can still hear some, but it's mostly just you and whatever you're listening to. The speakers in these headphones are actually really high tech. They have the latest Bluetooth 5.2 chip and something with the titanium metal. I'm not really sure how all the tech stuff works, but basically everything's going to sound really good in these because it's all the latest technology and it was really crafted for the best sound experience. They also have dual mic noise reduction, so when you're talking on the phone, everything in the background is going to cancel out. So if you're on a business call in public or even just FaceTiming your friends in public, which I do all the time, no one will be able to hear what's going around you. They'll just be able to hear your voice, and your voice will be crystal clear. There's 6.5 hours of playtime on a single charge, and with the charging case, that provides you with 24 hours of playback time. The actual buds also come in 4 different sizes: extra small, small, medium, and large. So there's something for everyone. They also just fit really nicely into your ears. These are not falling out at all. Like, these definitely are secure in there, and I think because it's like a bud, you know, the shape is just really designed to be firm. What's also really cool is you can change the outside band. So it's customizable, you know, if you don't like the blue. These headphones also come with low latency gaming mode, and low latency basically means it's going to deliver a bunch of messages at once with minimal delay. So these are very high speed, so there's not going to be any audio delay when you're playing a game or playing a video or even just on the phone. There's also 6 different sound EQ effects. So when you're looking at the app on your phone for these headphones, you can find everything from pop, normal, jazz, rock, vocal, and classic. So you can really customize the sound to be perfect for whatever it is you're listening to. The right and left earbuds can also be used independently of each other if needed, and they also have a shield signal interference, which basically means your connection is going to remain stable to whatever you're connected to, be that your phone, your computer, etc. There's not going to be interruptions or delays. It's equipped with the latest LDS antenna technology to really keep that connection strong. You can also turn up the volume, change songs, and take calls all through just your fingertips. So it's going to be on the outside of the headphone here. You just like press it. That just makes it a lot easier. You know, I know for me, changing the song at the gym is always like when I use that the most, but also if I'm not able to grab my phone or something to take a call, I'm walking somewhere, you know, it just makes it so much easier. So these really come with so many different benefits, and I think the best thing about these is that they are only $69, and I have a 20% off coupon code for you guys, which is Stella20. So I will link these down below, but you guys should definitely check them out if you've been looking for a new pair of headphones. And headphones, especially wireless headphones with all of these benefits, can just be so expensive, you know, so I think it's great that there's other options. So this comes with a little travel case as well as a USB charging port. Also in this box there are extra little buds. I think it's all the different sizes. Yeah. So it comes with all 4 sizes, as well as, you know, instructions, and the box itself is just super cute. So I will link these down below, but you guys should definitely check them out. They're just so cute. I love the color. I love how many features it comes with, and how you can they're noise canceling, but you can like also change that if you want, because sometimes I want to stay safe and be aware of my surroundings. So I love that you can also change that. I love these headphones so much. They also have a hybrid noise activation, and they reduce outside noise by up to 40 decibels. So even just putting them in right now, it's like already I can barely even hear myself speak. Like, I want to do the headphone challenge. Don't know if you guys remember that, but they literally just fit so snugly and securely in my ears. Like, these are not falling out. I also love how small they are and just kind of like chill. These are so good to work out in. They're super comfortable. They're not gonna fall out if you're running or anything like that. The case is super cute, and these just really get the job done more than the other headphones I have. Like, those are definitely not noise canceling at all, and I feel like they are more likely to slip out of my ears. But these, I think it's the shape of them, how they go like in your ear like that. They really just like, wow, like I'm so impressed. So if you're looking for new headphones, especially some to work out with, or, you know, if you have to be on the go a lot and you like that wireless vibe, which I know so many of us do, especially at the gym. Like, I need to have Bluetooth headphones at the gym. I would definitely recommend you guys check these out because they're so much less expensive than so many other earbuds on the market, and I think the quality is just so amazing, especially for the price. So thank you so much again to Pamu for sponsoring, and make sure you guys check out that discount code down below and you can get even less than what it is. So shout out to them, and let's continue on with the video. I've never tried this restaurant before, so I don't even know if it's gonna be good, but today we have a sushi box and I'm so excited. Let's just do a little unboxing. So this is You Know Me hand roll in downtown LA. The presentation already is very chic, but before we get started, don't forget to like the video. Let me know if you want more videos like this. I also plan on doing like an advice video soon, so stay tuned for that. Also comment down below what you are eating or drinking while you watch this. Uber Eats had just a random $30 off coupon, like no minimum cart amount, like you just $30 off. So this was like $14. We also have a liquid IV. Use my code for 25% off your order. I'm so excited. I haven't had sushi in like a while. Then you pull it. Oh my god. Oh bitch, it goes like this, so it's a little tray. How quaint is this? Like the presentation, but then you can't see it. Okay, so I'll put it down, but this is the presentation. So cute. For the purpose of the video, I will be putting it like this just so you can see it a little clearly. It's tuna, albacore, salmon, yellowtail, and shrimp tempura. There's also 2 pieces of yellowtail sashimi, and it says 2 pieces of albacore. But is that that? Crispy onions and edamame. My mouth is literally watering. There's also ponzu. No, 2 different types of ponzu than regular ponzu, that's soy sauce, ginger, and wasabi. So we're just gonna have a ball with this. I was gonna ask you guys to like ask me questions for this, but I just kind of felt like I already posted too much on my story today, so we're dining. Okay, so yeah, I also have my liquid IV from this morning actually, and then a peppermint tea. Guys, I've been so good about not having really that much caffeine. Like the most caffeine I have these days is a matcha. So a grande matcha latte, or like the green tea latte from Starbucks, is I think like 60 milligrams of caffeine, whereas a cup of coffee is 100 milligrams. So that's the most caffeine I'll have. And then I've also just been getting, if I'm in the mood for a coffee, I will just get decaf espresso. And usually I'll get like a grande iced Americano. So a grande from Starbucks comes with like 3 shots of espresso. 1 shot of decaf espresso has about 10 milligrams of caffeine, so it's like about half a matcha. So anyway, it definitely helps a lot, and it's just so crazy how like tea is now just such a part of my routine. I really want to get some green tea, and also like decaf green tea, because it does have a lot of health benefits. And I guess now that I drink it in the morning. But let me know if you have been trying to decrease your caffeine content. If you're more of a tea person, let me know. I do genuinely really like coffee. Okay, I don't know where to even start. Oh, ponzu is good. I haven't actually had it in a while. Let's just start with the edamame. It's a little cold, but that's fine. Oh my god. If you don't like chewing noises, or I feel like I don't chew with or talk with my mouth. Talk while I'm chewing excessively, but if that bothers you at all, do not watch this video, because bitch, I'm gonna chat. So with my ginger, I love ginger. Dude, 2 weeks ago, I got like a huge grocery haul, and I didn't really need to get groceries for like 2 weeks, except for like some fruit, I think, and like a couple of veggies. Like I had to get another bag of kale, but the end of that second week, it just gets so like unenjoyable. It's like, yeah, I still have food, but none of the food that I want to be eating, you know? Oh my god, I just had a flashback. The last time I got a box, it wasn't from this restaurant, but it was like a sushi box like this, and I was taking it to the trash. I might have told you guys this. It's literally like the last sushi mukbang I did, I think, like over a year ago. But I don't think I completely closed the soy sauce. So I just like put the box in the bag. When I was done, I went to take it to the trash, and it was dripping down the whole hallway, and there was a guy cleaning the hallway while I did that, and I said hi to him, like not knowing it was dripping, and he literally had to watch me walk down the whole length of this hallway. And then as I was like turning around to go back, then I realized, and he was already mopping it, and I was like, oh my god, like I feel so bad, like I went to go get paper towels, like clean it up. He was like, oh, don't worry about it. I was like, bitch, are you sure? Because that was so embarrassing. Like, I'm just not a dumb bitch like that usually. So I was just like, fuck. Okay, this is, I actually don't know. Wow. It's so fresh and so good. Let me know if you like sushi and if you like raw fish. I definitely grew up, you know, I grew up in the Pacific Northwest. If you know, you know, but there's just like so much seafood there. I grew up eating like all that kind of stuff. Raw fish, oysters, clams, mussels, like everything. So it's just always really weird to me when people like really don't like it. It's like, grow up. Anyway, what I was saying is the end of last week, I still need to get groceries, which is part of why I'm filming this the day I'm filming it. The end of last week was so rough as far as like enjoying my food, and y'all know I already have beef with the lunch, so to already have beef with lunch and then like on top of that not really having the food that I am enjoying, it's a disaster. Okay. Oh, here's the other sashimi under the onions. Wow. The Taurus rising is just really satisfied right now. So to just have some food that I'm enjoying, that I didn't have to cook, and I don't have to really clean up. I still need to make a meal plan now. Can someone let me know what to eat during the week? Because I'm just always like, it's hard to do it all. It's hard to be the working husband and the stay-at-home housewife all in one, you know? Like, it's like, damn. Oh my god, it's so good. There's nothing like good food, you know? Like, there's just nothing like that. Oh my god. I just feel like I haven't had a good food in like a while. Even like, my friend and I went to Smorgasburg yesterday actually, and I got these lobster noodles that I had gotten before, but I had had a smoothie because I had worked out and I didn't want to go there like starving because the lines are always long. But I just wasn't like hungry enough to eat it, and then it ended up hurting my stomach, but last time I didn't, so I was just like confused, and it's like, this was not even. Also, the shrimp tempura is not as good as it could be. Like, why is the Whole Foods shrimp tempura roll better? Before I tell the story time, let's try this sashimi. So good. Let's open these sauces also. Oh, the jalapeno. I'm gonna try all these. There's 3 different ponzu sauces. So we were gonna go out after we went to Smorgasburg, and for some reason I just didn't want to have to change. So I was gonna wear this bodysuit with this cutout. If you saw my story, it's just like a Fashion Nova like bodysuit. Oh my god, that was actually really spicy. But it was also cold. So a classic outfit for me, if I'm just going like somewhere chill but I still want to be kind of cute, it's just like a bodysuit with like sneakers, like, and like my socks kind of like not super high up, but just like kind of, because I think it's like sporty and cute. But this bodysuit just was not the vibe for that, I think, because I had a cutout, so it just was very like a club bodysuit that I should have just worn with heels. But I didn't really realize that until I had already left. So I was wearing this like long cardigan. It wasn't that ugly, but it just like was not what I wanted it to be. It was just giving like confusion. Like it was not giving sporty chill Sunday. It was giving like, where's this bitch going? And then I saw like 8,000 people I know, and I was just like so embarrassed. It's just like, that's the worst. Like I hate that. Or like when you realize you don't like your makeup like after you already left the house. It really doesn't happen that often for me because I have my routine down. Or even with outfits, it's like I know what I like. Let me actually try this. But it just, it was like, damn. The onion ponzu. Let's try this. Interesting. It's like almost smoky. Okay. I have a fucking story time for you guys. And it's so funny. Like, it's just like shocking. So once upon a time, this guy asked for my number. He was cute. I was like, yeah. Or I think I took his number and like, you know, when you like call them right away so then they have your number, whatever. So the next day, we're like texting a little bit. The next day he FaceTimes me. And while we were texting, he asked for my IG. And then I asked for his. He didn't give it to me, and he never liked any of my pics or followed me or anything. So I'm like trying to find this man. And I found his Snapchat, because my Instagram never syncs contacts. Like I can find Facebook people, but not my contacts. So I found his Snapchat, I found his TikTok, and I was like, he must be young, you know? Like, why do you have a Snapchat and TikTok? Like, how old are you? I already kind of knew he was young though. But the usernames were not coming up on IG, like his name wasn't coming up on IG, so I'm like, peculiar. So we FaceTime, and just like the texts were kind of sketchy. Like he was saying at first like, oh, let's hang out, but then the next day he was like, oh yeah, I had to work, which could just be like whatever, but it was just, you know, when you just get a weird vibe. So we FaceTime the next day, and I'm like, oh, like, why didn't you ever give me your Instagram? And he was like, oh, I don't have Instagram. And I'm like, bro, you have Snapchat and TikTok, but you don't have Instagram? Like, are you shitting me? Like, I'm not dumb. And then I was like, oh, like, how old are you? And he was like, oh, I'm 21. I was like, oh, yeah, I thought you were kind of young. And then I'm like, do you have a girlfriend? Because he's FaceTiming me, and you know when, like, you know what a girl headboard looks like. Like, this is not a bro headboard. That was a girl's bed. And there's like something pink on the bed. Like and all this other shit, like I just knew. And he's like, oh, why does everyone always ask me that? Like everyone's always asking me if I have a girlfriend. And I was like, And he's not answering the question. Like, and then he's like, oh, well, do you have a boyfriend? And I was like, no. And then like, he asked me a few other questions, and he's like, yeah, like, why are you asking me all these questions? And I'm like, well, I don't know you, so I'm just like trying to get to know you. And because you don't have IG, like, how am I supposed to find shit out? And he's like, oh, is that why you wanted my Instagram, to see who I was following? And I was like, no, like, why would you take it there? So he still hasn't answered me. So I'm like, well, you still didn't answer my question. Do you have a girlfriend? And he was like, yeah, I actually do. And it's just like, he says that, and I'm just like so shocked to where I'm like, is he lying? Like, does he have a girlfriend or does he not? Because why would he just say that? And I was like, oh, for real? And he's like, yeah. And then he starts like explaining his whole life to me, and he's like, yeah, well, we're just like good right now, you know, so I want to be a good boyfriend and I don't want to mess it up, but, you know, like, you and I can be friends, or like I'm just like so amused at this point, because I was not invested in this man. Like, I've known him for one day, so I'm just like, let's see, like, what else is he gonna say? So I was like, well, why are you talking to me if you have a girlfriend? And he's like, oh, well, I wasn't talking to you like that. And I'm like, bro, like, the way you meant, like, would you want your girlfriend going up to a guy and asking for his number? And when he was first texting me, he's like, oh, like, you and I definitely have to like link soon, like, you're so fine, like, I really want to get to know you. And he was like, oh, well, I forgot that I was saying all that. I'm like, bro. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, why don't you just be single? And he's like, oh, you can just tell he's like so young and just like stupid. Like, and I literally said that to him. Like, I literally word for word was like, you're just young and stupid. Like, and he was like, well, you could say young and dumb, not young and stupid. I was like, well, I said what I said. He's like, you know, I'm just so young and like, I don't want to be with this person for the rest of my life. Like, there's so many women in this world. Like, I just want to like, you know, live my life. And I was like, then be single. And he's like, well, I just really like having a girlfriend. Like, I just love having someone to come home to. And like, that's my girl, you know? And I was like, then why are you cheating on her? And he's like, I'm not cheating on her. I'm like, you literally are. Like, you literally are. Like, you were saying that you and I should hang out. Like, would you want her doing that? And he was like, no, I guess not. And I'm like, bro, like, you're literally dumb. Like, and then like, I literally said, this is the most shocking conversation that I've ever had. And he's like, why? And I was like, this is just so bizarre. Like, this is so weird. Like, yeah, I can tell you're young. Like, you know, you just honestly need to like figure your life out. And I'm like, why is he telling me all this? He was like, damn, I'm just trying to like open up. And I was like, well, I'm never gonna talk to you now. Like, what? If you thought I wasn't gonna talk to you before, I'm definitely not talking to you now. And then I was like, well, I have to end this. So I was like, well, this has been enlightening, but I gotta go. So see you later. And then I blocked him. So, bro, it's just like, what? Like, I mean, I guess I would prefer. It was just so weird because I feel like usually guys will just like lie or say they don't have a girlfriend or like something like that, but it was just, he was so like weird. At first he was so weirdly sketchy and then so like blatantly honest that it was like really shocking. So sorry to that man's girlfriend. Like, damn, I wish I knew his IG so I could find her, but I think I said that too. I was like, oh, you didn't tell me your Instagram because your girlfriend's on there? And he's like, nah. Oh. So that was like a bit shocking, but are we really surprised? This tea is really good. The tea and the tea, okay? Let's try this other sashimi with the crispy onion. That is so good. It literally is like a melt in your mouth. Like, that's so good. I don't really consider myself like a foodie, but sometimes I'm like, wow, I love eating. And like, maybe I am a foodie, low key. Eats one piece of sashimi. Sashimi, yeah. Anyway, the moral of the story is, don't be afraid to ask questions. And if you get a weird vibe, you're probably right. Because I was definitely getting a weird, sketchy vibe. Like, if you were normal, like, you wouldn't be acting like that. And he was not normal, so there you go. Wow, this is so bomb. Even this. Oh. The way I'm like not full at all. Perfect, love that for me. Comment below if you like mezcal. I say that because this ponzu is kind of reminding me of that, just in the smoky sense. I really like it. Like, I love when there's like a drink option with like mezcal. Like, not necessarily a margarita, but I feel like there's always just like, you know, a mezcal drink. I love that because it's not something I really have often. Like, it's usually just like, I'm out somewhere, there's a cocktail with it. So I'm like, yeah. I literally have never met anyone who's like, yeah, same. Like, they're always like, oh, it's too smoky for me. It's like, I'm not taking shots of this. I'm not drinking it like a gallon of it. Like, it's just in a drink and it's nice. And I have it once in a while and it's like, that was nice. And then that's it. Like, let me know And oysters, like, I need to be friends with some people who actually enjoy oysters, okay? What else? Pickles. I did the whole like ketchup on eggs debate on my IG. Okay, I'm not gonna put ketchup on my eggs, but I'm not grossed out if my eggs touch ketchup. Because I get it, it's like a sweet savory thing. I don't get why people get so disgusted by it. Like, I think people really love it and they're putting gallons of ketchup on their eggs. It's like, okay, relax, it's not that good. But I'm not gonna put ketchup on my eggs, but I don't care for ketchup. Why do people think it's so gross? It's like, ketchup is like a breakfast food. Like, you're gonna put it on your potato, you're gonna eat your potato with your egg, so it's already going together. Like, what? I like pineapple on pizza. It's like, it's a sweet savory. Like, grow up, people. This is so good. Ah. Okay, I'm kind of getting full. The moral of the story is, let me eat some ginger. Trust your gut instinct, and if you get a weird vibe from someone, trust that. Oh, I love ginger. I wish I had another story time, but that was like the main event of like recent things that have happened. Because I've been like pretty low key and whatnot, but like you might see me pop out once in a while. But yeah, I've been reading this book. It's really chic. Like, actually all I want to do is read it. Ugh. Slow Days, Fast Company. It's just so chic. Like, it's literally the chicest book I've ever read. It's so good. It's so relatable. It's just so chic. It's so good. I'm like, I need to end the mukbang so I can go read my book. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I feel like it was a little short, but I'm honestly so full and have no more thoughts in my brain. So if you like these kind of chit-chatty type vibes, check out my podcast every week where I talk about more serious stuff and it's a little more structured than this. This was just like a chill vibe. But I also plan on doing an advice video soon, so like this month. So be prepared for that. Check out my Instagram because that's where I will be asking you guys to ask me questions. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.